There's nothing like a near-death experience to gain great clarity. In 2010, I had already spent a year training really hard for and qualifying for the Triathlon World Championships in Budapest, Hungary. And it meant a lot to me. I put everything I had into it. I entered this really intense training phase in May and June of 2010, where I was doing a lot of racing to up my fitness even more. It was very, very intense. I did 6 races in 3 weeks. And I started getting pains in my ribs and ended up going through a lot of testing. Finally, the pulmonologist sent me for a contrast CT scan where my blood clots just jumped off the page. And when they came and told me that I had blood clots, I saw a lot changing right then. And in the period that followed, I spent a great deal of time thinking about who I was and what's important to me, what had been important to me in the past, and what's important to me going forward. And what I realized is that my identity was wrapped up in being a triathlete. I was pretty good. I mean, I was good enough to qualify to go to the World Championships. In Maine, I was a big fish in a small pond. People thought I was good. And that's what I allowed my identity to become. And I realized that I wasn't proud of that. I even pictured my name on a tombstone that said Steve Tenney, 1968 to 2010, triathlete. And I thought, really? I mean, that I was mortified by that. And so I spent a lot of time thinking about what does this mean for me going forward? I'm assuming that I'm going to survive. What does it mean? And the first thing it meant is I need to spend more time and more quality time with my family. I need to dial back some of those outside interests like triathlon. And it also meant dedicating a little more energy to business, to be honest. There were some things that were more personal, that were, yes, still a little bit selfish, but they were important to me, like sailing. I had not sailed very much in 10 or 15 years. And that's something that I did all growing up. It means a great deal to me. It's my happy place. And I had completely moved away from it, even though I still live on the coast of Maine. Um, and so gradually over time, I worked on these things. And immediately I spent more time with my kids. I mean, we went on some great vacations, but even more so, it was just the daily presence. I wasn't thinking about the next workout at the dinner table. I was thinking, actually, I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to be present there for my wife, Christine, and my 2 kids, Nick and Leah, because they, without a doubt, were and are the most important things in my life. What does this have to do with succession planning? When I talk with people about succession planning, the most common question is, where do I start? And the answer is pretty simple. It's clarity. It's developing great clarity around what's important to you. When you look back on this time 10 years from now, after your transition or whenever that transition happens, what do you want today to look like? Let's engineer that. And if you can gain great clarity around as many aspects as possible of your life, about your work, that will serve as an incredible foundation for you moving forward. It's really important not to get technical. It's important not to get too wrapped up in possible solutions or scenarios. Those may come to you, and that's great, but don't worry about it if they don't. If you just want to be able to walk out the door and be done, great. If you want to slowly fade away with your succession plan and still be involved, still do security selection, fine. That's great. If it's important to you that all your stakeholders around you, your employees, your clients, your strategic partners, if it's important to you that they all be taken care of in a certain way, great. Just get really clear on every element possible. And again, that will serve as a super foundation for you moving forward to then engage in a process to get to that perfect outcome.